Ragland with Charlie Hall in the band. Well, honestly, to start, I just kind of was trying different things. I wasn't necessarily decided on what kind of sounds I wanted, and so I thought, I'm going to give these guys a shot. And I liked some of the, especially the EC coded heads and some of the fun stuff they did with reverse dots and all the sound control. So I thought I'd try those out. When I was a kid, when I started playing, my dad, I was watching this Sting video. I liked the 10 Summoner's Tales, this video of them in the studio. My dad said, watch that guy right there, Vinny Colaiuta. He's the best, he's one of the best. And so I've always been clued into him as like the technical guy that I follow. And then there's another guy named Matt Johnson who played in a band called Roadside Monument. That's kind of the crazy, backwards, upside down, creative side of things. And then right now I'm really obsessed with Dave King from the Bad Plus and Halloween Alaska and Love Cars. And so I've been trying to absorb a lot of Dave King stuff right now. Well, I mean, it depends on the length of the conversation that we have in terms of, for me, there's not a large line between the music that is called Christian, music that is called secular in terms of, I think that God inhabits any imagination and creativity that God is inhabiting, and some folks are using that consciously, and some folks are using that without maybe realizing it. And God is using both of those things to draw people to Him through their imaginations and through the emotions of music and the skills or the energy or whatever it is inside the music that's kind of capturing imagination. So currently at home, I just put a G1 coated on my snare, but I'm actually going to go to a G2 because with the kind of stuff that we were playing, I was playing some shows this morning, and most of it is kind of pitting a little bit, so I'm going to do a G2 coated, and that's generally what I'll do on my snare and toms. I kind of go back and forth between the snare being an EC2, the reverse dot, I think is what it's called, the reverse silver dot, and the sound control side. And I like that one a lot for some real good like fat snare sounds. And I actually still have that head that I use just to bang on as like a sound effect, and so I'll use that old EC2 head to do that. And then kick-wise, using the EMAD for the kick, and then but using a clear for that. And, yeah, and then just random heads in there. So I think I like theaters a lot, and so those are generally medium-sized ones. As long as they're full, I think that's the best thing, is to have a full wherever you are, even if it's the smallest thing in the world. When everybody's kind of packed together and sharing the music together, that's where a lot of like cool fun comes out. So. But, I don't know, I would say medium-sized theaters, not large or small, but baby-sized theaters. So, I met Charlie when I was 15. I was in these kind of small punk bands, playing in all these little clubs around Oklahoma City and north of Oklahoma City. And Charlie would come out and see our bands play in these smoky little places, and I knew he was this worship leader in the city. And this was kind of before he was really a name of passion or with anything like that, but people knew who he was around Oklahoma City. And so just met him through that, and I would fill in once every year or two on some random thing, and then I started playing at the church that he was at, and we played together, and then eventually kept playing together. So I've known him for, gosh, almost 15 years. So. No, I mean, I would just say for drummers looking for the kind of heads and tones that they want, to really have fun experimenting and ask people that they admire, or try to look in either magazines or whatnot to try and find the people whose sounds they really like. And then learning, bit by bit, to be really patient with tuning, to be really patient with trying a single ply head, a double ply head, a head with sound control, put a towel over your drum and see what it sounds like, and those kind of things all can maybe, you don't necessarily need to think, oh, well, after the fact we'll just fix everything, or we'll mix it right or something, but make the drum sound like you want, and there are so many good stuff, so many good things out there head-wise, and especially with Evan's stuff, you can find really anything you need. So.